Hello, kindergarten through third grade educators who support mathematics. I'm Mary Kemper, your math director, and I'm excited to share this video that includes a step-by-step guide to access your curriculum documents. We're making great improvements so that our math curriculum is more accessible to all students and all educators as well. When you access the CISD Curriculum and Instruction group in Schoology, you'll click Resources on the left, and then Curriculum Documents. There you'll navigate to Elementary, and I'll use second grade as an example. Now choose Mathematics, and you'll see a graphic for the grade level resources. So for the second grade math resources, you'll see buttons for the weekly scope and sequence. That will bring you to this Google Slides presentation that includes the weekly scope and sequence for the 2021-2022 school year. You'll see a lot of similarities from 2021, and you'll also see integration of the English language proficiency standards and adjustments made following feedback from this past school year. There are also links to the high priority learning standards vertical alignment and clarification and the horizontal view across the content areas. You'll find a button to bring you to the response to intervention resources. So for K-5 RTI, there's all the resources you'll need to implement screeners, goal setting, progress monitoring tools, and intervention lessons. In K-3, we have standards-based report cards, and here's a rubric and matrix link as well. Now I want to draw your attention to the bottom of this graphic where you'll see links to the unit documents. And we're going to focus on Unit 1, and the unit document is organized in the Understanding by Design backward design format. There have been some updates made for this coming up school year. I've streamlined some things and provided a little more clarity. So for the first unit of second grade, the focus is on numeracy to 100. For the first unit of all the grade levels, you'll see unit considerations broken down by the week-by-week content to align to the CISD math scope and sequence. There's some explanation for you as an educator, and then the section for Stage 2, that is the assessment, or how we will know if they really understand. Again, aligned to the weekly scope and sequence are some assessment ideas or starting points for you as you work with your team, and prerequisite skills and understandings and descriptions of pre-assessments that you can use to help gauge what the students know. Finally, Stage 3 is the learning plan. And you design your learning experiences. There is a list of tools and manipulatives to consider and sample learning experiences as well. These are all recommended and ideas for you to use as a starting point. You'll also see a new section on this graphic for a Pages document. Currently only Unit 1 exists, and as the rest are developed, they'll be linked here as well. This is what it looks like. So for grade 2, the first unit is numeracy to 100. In the second grade unit on numeracy to 100, the students will learn about these concepts on the left, and topics beyond the scope are listed on the right. There's consistency with this format for all the grade levels. The same prerequisite skills and understandings and pre-assessments from the Google Doc are included here as well, and there's one page per week from the weekly scope and sequence. Here's the I can statement from the weekly scope and sequence with an integration of the English language proficiency standards. List of vocabulary to consider, ways to build content knowledge, and recommended sample learning experiences as well. These are links for you to access these resources as well. Towards the end of the document, you'll see some tips on small group considerations and feedback, as well as digital tools and how to access them. It's your choice whether you access the Google Docs or Pages resources. But as we focus on what does high-quality Tier 1 math instruction look like, we need to remember to include relevant, authentic, real math, make sure it's accessible to all, that we include concrete, representational, and abstract models, intervene with prerequisite skills, and incorporate the English language proficiency standards of listening, speaking, reading, and writing about math.